Hi everyone, welcome to Great Glen Yoga. My name is Rachel and today I want to take you through a nice short gentle stretch practice. So we're going to spend a little bit of time in each pose, not quite as long as we would in a yin practice, but it's going to be a really nice soothing way to either start your day if you're just starting to get into a bit of movement at the beginning of your day, or towards the end of the day when you're just winding down. So nice and short, but a little bit of time in each of the poses so that we can really feel the benefit of them. So we're going to start here just sitting on our mat, and ideally if you can have one leg staggered in front of the other. So I'm starting here with my right leg slightly staggered in front of the left, just parallel to each other, sit bones grounded into the floor. And we're just going to take a second here just to centre ourselves, get ourselves ready for this practice, think about what we want this practice to achieve for us today. So you can close down your eyes and let's just spend the first moment or so just getting in touch with our breathing, just getting ourselves ready for the practice ahead. So we can open up the eyes and we're going to just take a lovely big stretch with the arms up to the sky. So hands by our sides, palms facing up, reaching the arms up overhead. Bring the arms to touch, the hands to touch, look up towards the hands. And then as we bring them back down, we're going to just take a twist over to the right. So take the left hand to the right knee, right hand comes behind you, and we're just taking that lovely twist, looking over the right shoulder. And this is just going to prepare our spine, our neck for everything that the day might have in store for us. Nice deep breaths. And on your next inhale, we'll just come back to center. And we're going to do that again on the other side. So again, arms up to the sky, hands touch above the head, look up to the hands. And then as we bring the hands down, we're going to twist over to the left. So right hand comes to the left knee, left hand behind us. And just a nice twist, head looking over that left shoulder. Sitting nice and tall. And on the next inhale, coming back to center. We're going to take some side stretches next. So if you can take your left hand down to the mat in front of you, right hand stretches up to the sky, and we're just going to bend over to the left. And it can go as far as you'd like. So if your hand is kind of still quite upright, that's fine. If you're able to take the forearm down to the floor, please do so. And just stretching out into that right side body. Feel really nice. If it's the beginning of the day for you, this will hopefully just set everything up for the day, this gentle movement. And if it's towards the end of the day, just winding down from the activity you've had during the day. And the right arm just brings us back up to center, and we'll take it over to the other side. So right hand comes down, left arm comes up to the ceiling and stretching over. Feeling that lovely stretch in the left side body, trying to grind down that left glute and left hip into the mat so that doesn't raise up too much. And then back up to center. And then we're just going to fold forward. So nice and gentle, just coming down onto the forearms if that feels good. If you can go a little bit further, please do so. And just relax. Hands walk us back up to our seated position, and we'll switch the legs over and do that sequence on the other side. So we're going to take the left leg in front of the right this time, just having the shins parallel to each other. And we're going to start off just getting ourselves where we want to be. It might feel a little bit different for us on this side. Certainly it might feel differently in the glutes, the hips, depending on the different positioning of the legs. So just get yourself settled where you are, and then we'll come into our twists. So we're going to take the hands to the sides, lifting the arms up to the sky, hands come to touch, look up to the hands, and then we're going to take a twist to the left to begin with. So right hand comes to the left knee, left hand goes behind, and we're just looking over that left shoulder. Next inhale, coming back to center, and we'll do that same twist on the second side. So hands by our sides, lifting the arms up to the sky, hands come to touch, look up to the hands, and then we'll twist over to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee, right hand goes behind, and look over that right shoulder. And on an inhale, back to center, and we'll do our side body stretches on this side as well. So we're going to go to the right first. Right hand comes down to the floor, left arm comes up to the ceiling, and stretch over. Again, might feel different on this side. You might be a little bit higher, but just wherever feels comfortable. Just really trying to ground down into the left hip and the left glute. Really enjoy that side body stretch. And then lifting back up, and we'll do that on the second side. Stretching over into the right side body this time. Really stretch out through the right fingertips. And back to center, and we'll come into our fold this time again. So we're just going to take the hands forward and let the head and the upper body relax down to the floor. And coming back up to center. We're going to come into a variation of deer pose now. So I'm going to take my right leg so that it is parallel with the short end of my mat, and take the left leg so that it's parallel with the long end of the mat. And we're going to do this as a fold, but it's going to be with a slight variation. So what I want us to do is take the right elbow, if you can, and just nestle it into the right foot. Hands come together as a prayer, and we're just going to twist, taking the head and the neck and the shoulders facing the ceiling as much as possible. And then we'll release the hands, and we're just going to fold down over the front leg. And coming up to the hands, we'll repeat that on the other side. So this time we'll take the left leg in line with the short edge of the mat, right leg is in line with the longer edge. Take the left elbow into the sole of the left foot, hands come together in prayer position, and we twist and look up to the ceiling. Release the hands and we'll fold over that front leg. And coming back up to a seated position, I'm just going to spin round. We're going to come into a side stretch now, so I'd like you to take your right leg out to the side, and then you can do one of two things with the left. You either have the left leg just tucked, left foot tucked into the right inner thigh, or you can take that leg and just spin it around, almost as if you were coming into a kind of half saddle position with the left leg, and just have it sitting behind you with the calf on the other side of the leg. Knees are heading in opposite directions to each other, and then all we're going to do is slide the right arm down the right leg, take the left arm over and just stretch into this pose, taking the fingertips out long. Face looking up at the ceiling. Sit bones grounded down. And then lifting back up to centre, and we'll do that on the other side. So bring the left leg back in and the right, and this time taking the left leg out long, and again we can have the right foot either tucked in or can spin it around so that we're in that kind of almost half saddle position, but the knees in both sides are going to be heading in different directions to each other. Take the left leg down the left arm down the left leg, stretch out into the fingertips, chest and face are revolved to look up, sit bones pressing down. Just feeling that lovely stretch across the right side of the body. And coming back up to centre. We're going to take a butterfly fold now. Let's take the feet together in front of us. Just get ourselves settled where we want to be, and then we're just going to drape over the feet. Back up to centre, and you can just start to ease your way back down onto the floor, and we're going to come into happy baby pose to finish off. So lying down on your mat, bring the knees in towards the chest, and you can actually stay here if that feels good enough for you, or you can widen out the knees towards the armpits and stay where you are here, or if you'd like to take it a little bit further, take the hands down to take hold of the outside of your feet and just widen the feet up so they're pointing towards the ceiling. Knees are pointing towards the armpits, and arms are as relaxed as they can be. I've got quite short arms, so in this pose my arms probably are never quite as relaxed as I'd like them to be, but yeah, just do your very best to relax them. It shouldn't take much arm strength to be in this position. And to come out of this pose, take the feet back in, Bring the knees in front of the chest, just rock a little bit side to side. And then we're just going to lean onto one side and ease ourselves back up to the seated position that we started with. So you can pick whichever leg you'd like to have in front this time, but stagger the legs in the same way as where we started. So for a very short practice like this, I tend not to come into Shavasana, particularly if it's a morning practice that I'm doing, because that is, just the worst thing I can do. I'll be straight back to sleep before you know it. So we'll come back to a seated position. Palms can go to the knees, and let's just close our eyes together. And just take a moment to think about that nice practice that we've had together, that nice short practice, gentle stretching, working into most of the body. And as I say, that could be a really lovely way to start or end your day. And I want to say a huge thank you to you all for joining me for this gentle stretch today. I hope you've got out of it what you wanted. And I really hope to see you again on your mat sometime soon. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.